Hi everyone, Bifties here. Welcome to my Exile. I put out a not a build guide video the other day for the Mercenary, for the Witch Hunter, and this is my only other not a build guide for now, and this is for the Minion Witch. You'll be going Infernalist. Now, I call it not a build guide because I accept that I really don't know enough about the game to put out build guides. I'm 250 hours into the game. I've mostly played the campaign because I think that that's where I've been able to learn quite a lot. But at the moment, I just wanted to give you guys the details of another build, so that if you are finding the campaign difficult, frustrating, if you're finding the game frustrating, if you can't find a way to get yourself through to Endgame, then I think that I've got two options for you. It's either the Witch Hunter, which I find a lot of fun, or it's the Minion Witch, Minion Infernalist, which I found really easy to get through the campaign, enjoyable, fun. It's quite a different play style to the Mercenary. Obviously, the Mercenary, you're killing everything yourself, whereas with the Minion Witch, you're really standing back and trying to survive because there's so much going on screen that you're trying to stay back a little bit, avoid anything killing you. So what you want to be doing is obviously start off with the Witch, and all you need to do is go into the passive tree and search the word Minion. You're going to go Minion, and this is going to lead you through the passive tree. It's going to make it very simple for you so that you don't have to worry too much about all of the different nodes and paying attention to anything. So search the word Minion, and what you want to be focusing on is offense. I don't think that you really need to care at all about defense, because once the minions die, they're going to come back automatically. Now, the way that I did it was that I wanted to have as many minions as possible, and I also wanted as many different minions. Now, I totally accept that this is certainly not optimized, and I haven't really put a lot of thought into that side of it. So I think it's a build that you can certainly take and make your own. Maybe you like some of the minions, maybe you don't like others. I just really wanted as many as possible. And the reason that I went with the Infernalist over the Blood Mage was in order to get the dog, in order to have an extra minion, and it's the Hound, sorry. And that just added an extra minion for me. But I don't know if that's the best way to go. All you need to do, pick Minion. Then for any of your gear, you're going to be keeping an eye out for Spirit. I think you can get Spirit on your helmet and on your main chest armor, and I think also on your amulet as well. You can probably get it on both weapon slots. But the weapon doesn't matter too much. I know that some people have been going for the scepter and maybe a shield. I didn't do that because I actually picked up a unique wand, and that wand gave me +3 to all skills. So it really felt like I need to use that unique. I tend to lean towards not using the uniques at the moment because I think it was holding me back, and I'm going to do a beginner's guide on uniques because I think it's very, very different in this game. But for this build, as you can see, this is an endgame map, just a random endgame map that I picked. I'm using one passive skill, and that's the Flaming Heads. I think it's Raging Spirits, but I call it Flaming Heads. You use Flame Wall as your main cast. I play with controller, so that's on my main trigger. And that's producing the heads. The Flame Wall really doesn't do very much. And there is a build guide. I think I saw a YouTube video by Rax, and then he posted it onto Max Roll. That really helped me to understand it, but rather than follow a guide, I just watched his video, and that helped me to decide, okay, it's fine to pick minions in the passive tree, and I already had the Flaming Heads, but what I hadn't done was make the flame wall into circles, you can see there, and then by using one of the support gems, it actually triples it up. I'm starting to wonder if that might be a bad idea because the levels are actually slowing down a bit because there's so much going on the screen. And also I'm finding it a lot harder to actually pay attention to things. But that's something that you can play around with. I'm sure that you can perfect this, and if you do perfect it, then please come back and put it in the comments, because that would be helpful to me. The skills I'm using to go with it, because I want lots of minions, is to pick Unearthed in order to get what I think of as the alien-looking minions. I really like that, and that seems to give me a lot more minions than anything else. And I also use Raise Zombie. Raise Zombie is nice because you can just hold down the button, and your witch is going to turn around and find any other corpses that you haven't used from Unearthed and raise them as zombies. So you've got lots and lots going on. You can see here all the flaming heads, all the different minions. Like I said, you don't have to go with all the different minions. I just like to be able to stand back and really watch what's going on. So again, search the passive tree for minions. You're going to be picking up every single type of minion as you go through the game. Up to you how you do the support skills for that. I don't think it matters too much, but again, I'm going to do a support skills video at some point, and one of my biggest suggestions I think will always be is that it's important to put a support gem in there. Try one at a time. If you don't notice a difference, try a different one, but your skills will always be better if they do have support gems in them. So it's Flame Wall for your fire heads, it's every type of minion, it's Raise Zombie, and it's Unearthed. You're running around, you're trying to pick up gear that's got more spirit, because more spirit is going to give you more minions. I think there's a passive on the outside of the passive tree later on, which will actually reduce the spirit reservation so that you can have even more minions. But this build is the first one, or this is the first class that ever got me to Endgame. I did all my tier 1 maps with this. I've obviously got 9 out of 10 here, so I'm guessing this is going for the very last one. But it got me all the way through. The only reason that I've stopped is that I felt that too much was going on the screen to really enjoy Endgame. But also, I think that I'm learning more from campaign, or at least I was learning more from campaign. But I might have maxed that out now. I got a mercenary there last night, and I've got another mercenary nearly there. So I've gone crossbow build and a grenade build for a separate one. And what I realized when I got there is that, and I didn't know this, that Endgame is actually shared across all of your classes. So if you want to get 2 or 3 classes to Endgame, it means that you've got choices for the maps and you can actually mix it up. And I find that interesting. Probably not good for min-maxing or for optimizing. I'm not good at that. I don't know enough yet. I'm really trying to learn the game. I think that what I've found is that this is my niche in the community at the moment while I'm still learning it. I want to put videos out there. I'm still trying to learn YouTube. I'm only at 50 subscribers. We've been going for about 6 weeks. I've never done anything like this before, but I feel like this is a great game for me to learn. It's a great way for me to learn YouTube. And now I'm starting to think that what I need to do is the beginner's guide from a beginner's perspective. So like I said, 250 hours into the game. I am still learning every single night. I am a long way from ever being able to think that I can put out a build guide. So this is not a build guide. It's just a suggestion for anyone that might be struggling or they're worried they're not enjoying the game. I think this is something that can really help you to learn. It taught me a lot about the game. I felt much better once I went back and started other classes, having learnt with the Witch. The mercenaries then taught me that. Go check out that other guide. That might be helpful to you too. Really appreciate everybody's support. I'm really trying to build the channel. I'm trying to put out content that isn't too clickbait. It's not too controversial. I've totally stayed away from all of the Elon Musk stuff because I don't want to play that game. Although, unfortunately, the 2 best videos I've put out probably were a little bit controversial. So I had a taste of that. But I don't want to be that. I really want to put out content that is useful to people, that gets me sitting in my lane for now. And I think I've found it. So I really do hope that some of you are finding these helpful. Please comment. And if you do, if you think you can perfect the build, please comment. If you like what I'm putting out, then please like it. And if you would subscribe, that would be really helpful. We passed 50 subscribers the other day. but I'm really looking to get more and more. I really want to grow. If you've got any suggestions on how to do that, put that in the comments as well. Really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I'm Bifties. This is The Cave. Welcome to my exile. See you next time.